have been in the telecoms industry for some 30 plus years. The last 26 of those in South Africa. Of those 26 years in South Africa, I have been partnering with Salesforce Europe for about 22 years of those. South Africa is a fascinating country to work in and also to develop partner opportunities for international companies looking to come into this market. Not only is South Africa in itself a very large and important market, but it also tends to be the first point of contact for international companies looking to move into the wider African market. South Africa, with a very similar time zone to Europe, English as the predominant language, and a lot of contacts, particularly in telcos between South Africa and UK and Europe. It's a very, very easy place to start initially. In terms of my experience in telecoms, I was many years at a large Canadian organization called Nortel. From there, I moved to Cable and Wireless, and then moved to South Africa in 1997 as MD of what was then the largest ISP in the country, UUnet Internet Africa, which we ultimately sold off the South African operation to MTN, and that then became MTN Business. It's interesting that whilst my experience has been predominantly in the telco sector, the telco sector and the financial services sector are becoming very much intertwined. As an example, mobile money is very, very popular across the whole of Africa, and it is a space that the telcos have predominantly moved into. We have a large population in Africa that has been what we would call underbanked, and so have not got bank accounts. However, because they all have a mobile phone, mobile money is a very, very key area. As a consequence of the telcos moving into the banking space, we've now found that banks and fintech organizations have been set up, whether it's traditional banks, the new neo-digital banks, payment organizations, have all been set up and are actually competing for that underbanked population, and as such are starting to take on the telcos. Where we see that in a big way is several of the banks in South Africa and across the rest of Africa are starting to launch what we call MVNOs, or mobile virtual network operators. So effectively setting up as a telco, but using the infrastructure of existing telcos to offer their services across. As a consequence, very quick and easy for them to set up, branded as their own, and offer services to their existing banking customers. Other opportunities that we see across the rest of Africa tend to be with the new 5G that has been launched over the last couple of years. More and more operators stretching that across the country boundaries and regional boundaries. So organizations looking to either offer equipment in that environment or offer a range of software services to help telcos deploy, manage, and support their business operations and their networks in that environment. Very, very big opportunity.